Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Deb Naylor with the Flying Stamper, and it is Wednesday, August 18th, 2021, and I am here today to talk to you about one of the Celebrations products. So by now, all of my customers and downline, my team should have a copy of the Celebrations brochure. If you don't and you're within my team or group, please let me know. We'll make sure that you get one. If you're a new customer and you don't have a current demonstrator that you're working with, let me know and I'll get one popped in the mail to you, or you can stop by and pick it up. So the product that I want to talk to you about today is on page 7 of the Celebrations brochure. It is the beautifully penned 12 by 12 designer series paper. I have been having so much fun with this paper. And so I wanted to show you some of the things that I've come up with and a couple of little tricks. First, let's talk about the DSP. This comes in a little different packaging. It's 12 sheets, 12 by 12, but there's 4 of each of the sheets. So that means you get 4 of the same, and you've got your double-sided designs, so you have a total of 6 different designs. Now, I have been having so much fun with this paper that I don't have any full sheets left. So I've cut up some swatches here, and let me go over those with you before we actually jump in and start talking about the paper. So here's one side. So you would get 4 sheets that look just like this, and here's the back side. It's striped. So you've got floral, and then you've got something that's a little more versatile, very manly. And then you've got some more floral, and then you've got some like scallops, very versatile. And then you've got something that's kind of fallish, little leaves, and then polka dots. So this is an extremely versatile pack of paper, and I happen to be a huge fan of black and white cards, so that's why I've cut up so much of it. Plus, we're using it in some upcoming events, so I'll kind of point those out as I go along. Now, the paper, there's lots of different things that you can do with this paper, so I'm going to show you some ideas. So here is a card where I used pretty much just a black and white theme, but then I added a little bit of the bedazzling paper that's also in the Celebrations catalog. And this is a beautiful paper. It is on page 3, and it's 6 by 6. You get 8 sheets. So, and a little goes a long ways with this. It's really great when you die cut it like they've done here and here, or in this case I just punched it and die cut it. So I used the punch just to add a little shimmer and shine. So this was done with those 2 products, and then the stamp set that I used in this particular project. Oh, I'm sorry, I got this big organized thing here and I knocked something over, is the Encircled in Friendship. And then I also used the coordinating die to get this out. And we used this in a class in May, I believe. It's a great stamp set. So this particular card, I'm actually going to give a free tutorial to everyone in my upcoming newsletter. I am doing 2 newsletters a month now, one early in the month and one late in the month. And if you'd like to get on my newsletter list, just go ahead and go on my blog and subscribe. Or let me know and I'll get you subscribed. So if you'd like to get that free tutorial, make sure you're subscribed before next week. Okay, let me put those away and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the next one, and it's again a black and white card, but I popped a little color in there. These framelits are from the Summer Shadows dies, which are another item from the Celebrations mini catalog. Let me show you them. Okay, they're right here on page 13, and they actually go with a stamp set called Shaded Summer, but they stand alone quite well too. These two actually go together with the stamp set, and the rest of them you can just use freely on their own. So that's what I've done here. So I punched out, or I die cut one in black, and then this is polished pink. And the stamp set on this one is another Celebrations item, and that is the Feels Like Home stamp set. And that is on page, let me show you that in the catalog. So I did quite a bit of combining, page 6 of the catalog. I like the sentiment a lot. Okay, now here's another very simple one with just a little pop of red. This actually is a sneak peek. If you are coming to my Celebrations class or you're enrolled in the virtual edition, this is one of the cards that you'll be making this weekend. So that just features the paper, and then this is from the hand-penned stamp set. So let me move these out of the way because I think we're done. Here's a cute, cute, cute little 3x3 note. And this is a great way to use up those little leftover scraps that you have sometimes, and just tuck these in with a gift, or maybe if you're a demonstrator, in with one of your orders. All right, and here's this treat holder that I've been going crazy over all for the last month or so. And so this has been featured on several of my previous YouTubes, so I'm not going to go through it all. If you look back, you can look at my Pansy Petals. It tells you exactly how to do it, or my Sweet Seminary. But there's a Ghirardelli chocolate in here. And let me put the dimensions up just in case you haven't seen those yet. So this is 3 by 5.5. And then I scored it at 2 3/4. You fold it up, and then you can put your little treat in here. I've got a Ghirardelli chocolate. I've attached it with a dimensional, and then I've put a hole punch in here and just tie it off with some ribbon. I use the double oval punch, and then the thanks is from the hand-pinned stamp set. So if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, what I've been doing with these is tucking my tip in here. And when my husband and I eat out, or we go out and we're being served somewhere, I've just been tucking my tip in there and leaving that on the table. Our wait staff is severely short right now in our area, and the people that are working really hard. So I've just been wanting to leave a little extra love. So if you haven't seen those already, that kind of tells you how to make those. Okay, this is another card that we will be making in class, if you're attending my Celebrations class. And in this one, I just used the layering circles and punched out a section of the paper. And then I colored in the flowers with the blends. And this is also from the hand pen stamp set, and again the layering circles, and then this is the little punch that goes along with another stamp set. And I use these, I love these little things, these black matte dots to put in the center of all the flowers. So if you're coming to class this weekend, you get to make this cute little card. It's the, use the dry embossing folder Pretty Flowers. Okay, so cute. All right, here is, I just had my 22nd anniversary with Stampin' Up! On August 12th, and so I made myself a little anniversary card, and I'm going to actually show you how I did this. I used the blending brushes for the color, but I'm actually going to show you this. And then I used a technique that's been around for a really long time. It's called the spotlight technique. So I'll show you how I did that. I did want to just remind you that if you got my newsletter, down at the bottom was my annual anniversary coupon. So with a $50 order placed between now and August 31st, you can choose one item from the catalog up to $22 at 50% off. So your order does need to be $50 before tax and shipping, and then you get to take advantage of that coupon. So if you do that, then you also get to take advantage of a celebrations item. So that's a pretty good little bonus there. Just make sure that you contact me before August 31st to redeem that coupon. So let's talk about how I created this card. So here's my piece of the beautifully penned DSP, and I'm going to do it in a little different color this time. I'm going to use Fresh Freesia. And then here's my blending brush. Now I've used this blending brush over and over and over, and look how nice and clean it is. You just need to take it and run it underneath your tap, your faucet at your kitchen sink is where I do it. And then you just I use my finger like that, and it just pulls the color out. It takes a little bit of time. And then I just stand it up in my dish rack and let it dry. Okay, so what I did was took the ink, you tap it on, and I always like to tap off on a scratch piece of paper so that it doesn't come on too strong in the beginning. So I'm going to tap on the back of this because I didn't bring a piece of scratch paper to the video. And what I found with this is less is more. You can go back in and add color, but start with less and then just add it as you go. You know what? I do need a scratch, or I'm going to end up with ink on my pad here. So give me 1 second. There's a little scratch of something, because I do want to put some color in to the edge. Now this is a watercolory, soft, spongy kind of look. You don't need to worry about staying in the lines. That's not what we're trying to accomplish here. We're just trying to get some color onto the project. And you can make it as dark or as light as you would like it. And I hope my tapping isn't making the camera move. Okay, I'm going to just finish it off here. I think you've got the general idea. I think I went a little darker with the other one. The other one was Pale Papaya. We'll compare them. I like to have a little more color in the center and then lighter on the edges, but you could go opposite to that. Just how you prefer things to look. Okay, so we've got that. All right, let's put this stuff away. All right, I'm going to bring my little mini stamp and emboss and cut tool in here. And I hope this doesn't make it too bouncy. We will see. So I've got my pads and my cutting plates all lined up. This is the one I'm going to pull out, or maybe I'll pull that one out. And this is one of the dies from the layering circles. So I'm just going to highlight that little area, or spotlight it. That on top of that. Now the paper is just the right size to go through here. I think it's 3 3/4. Now, I haven't done this on camera before, and it's kind of a test today to see how bouncy it is. I was all ready to order a new camera stand, and then I started seeing some information, so now I'm back to the research mode again on to which one I should purchase. So hopefully I'll have that in place sometime this fall. All right, so that's my little spotlight area. All right, so I've got a Fresh Freesia base here, and I've got a layer of basic black, and off camera I already cut this, and this is just a paper saver, so this is going to go behind this. So I just saved paper. This is going to get covered, so it's okay. We don't need to worry about anybody seeing it. I'll layer that on that. And that's going to go in there. Okay, on this liquid glue, make sure that you always stay a little bit inside from the edge, because if you put it right on the edge, it will kind of seep out the sides, and then you'll see it on your project. So just stay a little bit on the inside, and then when it spreads out, it's not going to run out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is cover that hole with this, which this is the piece from the middle of the black. We'll use a couple of dimensionals. And then I'll glue this to the top of that. And that goes there. All right, and then I have a little saying that I wanted to attach. And this is another saying from the Feels Like Home Celebration stamp set. I like these because their font is really sweet, but they're also very small, so they're subtle. So in this card, I want as much of the color to show, so I don't really, and the paper, because it's so beautiful, I don't really want to cover too much. Okay, so there's that. Let's look at the anniversary card, just to compare them. So this is Pale Papaya, and this is Fresh Freesia. These are from the 2021 to 2023 in color family. Love them. So I might add some other little embellishments in here, some little sequins, or maybe some rhinestones when I finish this up. Let's see, I think that's all I have for you guys. Oh, this little guy came from the Tasteful Labels die set. So that's where that little label came from. So I think I'm going to wrap it up now. I just want to remind you that Celebrations does end September 30th, 2021. So we still have quite a bit of time left to get in there and get some of the products. Now some of these items will be while supplies last. So I kind of encourage everyone to get your things sooner rather than later. The stamp set should be fine, but some of the other items may actually run out earlier. I look forward to seeing some of you at the Celebrations class this Friday and Saturday, and others virtually when I do my virtual video. So have a really great day. Thanks for stopping by. Take care and stay safe.